It's about time.
We are taking it up a notch.
Great.
Yeah.
That's the thing that
Yep.
they got you. So
It's up. Each team has 1 point.
I'll be right back while that's playing.
Oh, must slide. Oh,
10 workers still down.
Mine on the dash. I like the idea. That is a very saturated mineral line.
No 2v2s this time, huh? Yeah, pity.
Yes, I've been practicing with those for the last week.
Back.
So are we going to be starting with HurtnTime versus Sunny D?
No, it should be Pacha and LanixMagi. I hope
Ian's friend.
I hope LanixMagi is around.
Well,
I think he even requested he wanted to go first section.
okay, I'll do a direct message.
Does he have another blink? Very very nice. Hares does have enough to really take on this army. He just needs to blink on top of it. Finish off those cyclones.
Looks like he's mostly defensive looking. Oh, there
Yep,
we go.
there we go.
There we go.
There's the
One.
time. God, very nice storm. Kills it.
Yeah. It's gonna be at GG's. Oh,
Yeah, going straight for the workers. Huge economic damage. 24 workers going down. Oh no, that's a bad storm. That he walked through all the Protoss units got stormed there. Very few of the
They're going to be taking on the 2-time world champion Sarah. He has come in with guns ablaze. That is currently 30 units. We have the GG.
Pull it up!
GG! Minnesota Barcraft, FSL team, manages to get a GG. A very good try overall. These didn't work. You know? Oh, you're not. To a 2-0 victory over GG Izzy. GG's call. You have idea who GLHFGG is?
That's KJ actually. This is alt account.
Oh, okay. Change it from Ferrari. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird how it doesn't update when you change your name, like in some places.
In some places, yes, and it's even goofier that you can have your BattleNet ID be one thing, StarCraft be another.
And we are live. Welcome,
Oh, wow.
everyone to Angry
All right.
Spacers versus PSIOP Gaming.
Yep, and I see people are already asking questions. I wouldn't call this a pro league because we don't pay anyone, but it's a casual team league. Basically, we have people of multiple skill levels from each team take each other on. So, lower level versus lower level, higher level versus higher level, 2v2 craziness occasionally. And this is our playoffs. So, we've had, a nice little season with Pull the Boys being way ahead of anyone. But right now, what are we fighting for? Like second place at the moment? Second seed?
Yeah, we're fighting to decide who's going to be second and third seed in the playoffs here. So I think we actually have a lineup for today. These are the players that are going to be playing from PSIOP Gaming and Angry Space Hares. And we also have a bit of a schedule here. Oh, actually, this is a little bit outdated. The lower bracket match was already decided. And
it's high quality because the people who put this together initially were an actual professional esports team. So this is
we're Hyper Turtle. You mean
well, they are, but at the time they were. You know, and in the future they will be.
That is true.
So yeah, there's a lot of grammar to it, but yes, this was initially meant to be sort of a little league for the family members of Storm Gaming personnel. They opened it to some friends too, and then they opened it a lot wider. So we just make sure that everyone behaves themselves, and then they're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, so should we get right into it with our first match?
If the first match is ready, I don't see Lanix. I haven't heard a response from LanixMagi, so we might have to go with match 2 or match 3 first.
Okay. Let's see if HurtnTime is available here.
Yep.
Looks like he actually is. Yeah.
Oh, LanixMagi is busy practicing or something. Ladder grinding.
Okay, well, I guess we'll give him a warm-up game. He's online, which is the important thing. Let's get our two contestants in the chat.
All right. So this would, in this case, be... Actually, I don't even
Sunny
see...
D and HurtnTime.
Sunny D and HurtnTime. Hello.
Yeah, hold on, one more.
Yeah,
We'll
I got
one
Sunny
more
D.
Alright, there you go. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
Right. Now, you know, we know you guys were supposed to be on second, but as I said earlier, any time is HurtnTime, so I figured you'd be ready to go.
Yeah, you ought to say that more often, HurtnTime. It's your thing now.
Here. And then, wait. Time. Yeah, it's not Pacha, it's Sunny D who's supposed to be playing this match, right?
Yes, I did
That
pull
could
the wrong
change.
person.
Okay,
Oh wait, no,
here's
Sunny
LanixMagi,
D's in
actually.
Sunny D's in the voice chat, but we just put
Okay,
the right
but
person
Pacha
on
can
camera.
take on LanixMagi.
There we go.
All right. So I lied about any time being HurtnTime. We're gonna kick him right out of here and go with our first match as planned. All right.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, it looks like everyone's ready now.
Apologies to HurtnTime, who's been with us since the beginning. So.
All right, we'll pull you right back. All right. Okay.
And then Pacha. We're juggling everyone around here.
Sorry about that.
All right. All right.
In the middle of a ladder match against a Protoss, and it was tight.
Oh no, not against a Protoss, man.
I know. Cannon rush into Sky Toss.
Well, it beats Cannon Rush into Dark Templar anyway. So yeah, who we want on the screen right now is going to be LanixMagi and Pacha. So want to switch the cameras around here. And
There
in
we
the
go.
meantime, so we've got a lot of questions, so I'm just going to go ahead and post the link to our FAQ just to make things simple.
DLS Mizell is out here grinding. Okay, it seems like DLS has been playing a lot of games. He hasn't played a lot of games in FSL this particular season, but hopefully he's keeping his skills up to snuff.
And I'd say most of us are somewhere in the East Coast, but I'm in the Midwest. We got people in Canada. We've got people in France, Germany,
Algeria.
Algeria is one of the big.
We have Germany nowadays.
Yeah, isn't oh no, not this season, but last season we had Nate.
Ah, okay. I didn't realize he was in Germany. Okay, well, anyway, welcome players, Lanix and Pacha. How are you guys doing today?
Feeling all right?
Feeling energetic.
Yeah, you guys have been practicing a lot. I know I haven't been, to be perfectly frank, but
A little bit.
Not as much as I was. I've been out of town all week, so this is the first game I've played since like Sunday.
okay, all right. Have you guys familiarized yourself with the new patch?
Yes.
Okay, you like that Zergling printing machine, Lanix?
I liked it better when it was a whole half-second faster.
Oh yeah, you
What
mean like you didn't have to wait? You didn't have to wait 45
Those were a good
seconds.
few days.
Oh, you mean the larva? The larva was even
Yeah.
more OP. That's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay. And you, Pacha, how do you feel about the new patch? It's been very controversial, especially on Reddit.
Yeah, no, TVZ is tougher than it used to be. I think it was completely broken for a couple days there, and then now it's tolerable. I think I won't balance wine too much.
Okay.
But I think it's yeah.
All right. Respect. Hypertilla, do you have any questions before we end the match?
Questions. Nah, I mean, the question I was asking quite a bit was, LanixMagi, are you still playing? And the answer was yes.
All right, well, I guess our first map is going to be on Amygdala, which is actually not the most recent map, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out in the new patch.
Right, we did a vote. Some of them are older maps. There are some that we actually added from Team Liquid map contest before they became official, but in those cases, we're still going with the official versions. I don't think there's any that didn't make the final cut from there, but if there are, I'll definitely point them out.
All right, cool. Well, let's just separate out our players and get this going.
All right, get to it.
Okay.
Okay. Get ready to go. Let's get us captures off the camera. Now, both these are fairly new to the league. They've been here for a season or two.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I think Lanix might have joined the same season I did, season 9. I'm not exactly sure when Pacha joined.
Well, pretty recently, I believe. Okay, we have the GLHF. So, in the lower left corner, we have our blue Terran. He is
Pacha.
And he is playing for the team of
Angry Space Hares.
His opponent. In the upper right, we have the Zerg, decked out in pink, and he is
LanixMagi.
And he is playing for the team of
PSIOP.
Alright, we are starting up, and we have 2 SCVs, 3 SCVs coming across the map to LanixMagi's territory, making their way around that massive walled-in area.
Yeah,
And
even the SCVs take a little bit longer to get there on this map just because of those rocks that you can't really walk through.
Right, and multiple different kinds. You got minerals that can be mined out, gold minerals. You have standard rocks. You have infested rocks that'll just time out on their own.
Yeah.
The spawning pool is about 3/4 of the way done right now.
Yeah, Lanix opened pool first here, actually. This is actually, he's actually setting himself up quite well to defend this.
Yeah, he's going to have the units ready to go. I mean, judging by the angle, I'm assuming... Well, I was going to say maybe Reapers, but there is no gas taken, so this is going to be all Marine Rush.
So I think on the new patch, like I've been thinking about this, like because 4X used to be a viable strategy on the old patch because you had so much economy. I don't know if you can do 4X anymore on the 8-worker start.
That's a question of when.
Yeah, I guess like you'd have to delay it so long to be able to get enough SCPs to power that amount of units.
Okay, well, Cracky Toaster voices his support for 4X. Meanwhile, in the main base, no gas taken yet here. Okay, just about to be taken. Queen's popping out, and we have the Marines and SCVs on their way.
Yeah, we'll see how Lanix chooses to deal with this. I think now he has to have vision of it. It looks like the first bunker is actually being placed a little bit further away.
Well, I mean, maybe just a little bit off of the creep, but here we go. Here is the pull. Queen stepping up, taking a bit of damage already, though.
Yeah, first spine crawler goes down, and so far no Lings in production right now, despite having tons of larvae for it.
Yeah, there were a pair that were already there, but boy, that queen is already taking a beating. So is the second queen, and they are going.
So the good news here is these bunkers are nowhere. This bunker is nowhere near the actual hatchery
Right.
right now, so there's no real urgency here. That's actually quite a nice drone wall here. He's preventing some of those units from getting into that bunker. And it looks like he will
Also-
get both of these spine crawlers up, so eventually he's going to be able to
Yep.
take this
Couple
out.
legs. And the other big thing is that they can at least make it down the ramp with minimal hits to themselves from that bunker. All right, Roach Warren going down.
Spine
Spine
crawlers advance forward.
reposition. Yep, and that's to give the Zerglings a chance to actually move in, try to
Yeah.
absorb some of the hits. I mean, as much damage as Zerglings can do, one of the best things they can often do is just be a cheap target to draw fire away from more valuable ones.
Yeah,
Alright,
absolutely
bunker,
true.
bunker just about to go down.
More Marines still streaming in.
Forward. Yes. Okay, the Queen heavily injured, so is one of the spine crawlers, but this has at least been cleaned off the main. Very little damage done to the natural hatchery either, so this might be the time that Potch is going to have to change his plans and figure out what to do next.
Yeah,
Yep.
good call. Those barracks lift up and they're on the way home.
Now, he forced
Now-
spine crawlers, he forced a lot of lings, so we're going to have to see how this evens up. Right now, LanixMagi currently supply blocked, but at 32 supply versus 15.
Yeah, Pacha puts a CC in the wall here. I think has to take a risk to kind of get back into this game. He's down he's half the workers right now.
Exactly, and I don't. Yeah, he didn't get the economic damage he was after. That's for sure. Putting
Definitely.
down an actual defensive bunker this time, and that the really wounded spine crawler just moved over. Spore crawler's also going down just in case his opponent has a Liberator or a Banshee up his sleeve.
Yeah, it's a good plan. Lennox definitely not rushing this game. He's not trying to all in after that attack failed. Just droning up and I guess putting himself in a decent macro position from here.
Exactly, and keep an eye on Potch's natural too. Speed
Oh,
is
yeah.
a long way off for the Zerglings. He does have the Roach Warren, should he need it.
Yeah. If Lennox chooses to make some roaches here, he could probably bully Pacha off of his natural for quite a long time.
Honestly, I think even with those lings, he can cause some delay.
Oh yeah, for now, yeah.
And of course, the command center is being built in the main, so it's going to be there and ready to be floated out. One of the things I love about that is just being able to turn it into an orbital and at least take advantage of the mule drop in while you're still waiting to move it out.
Alright, so yeah. Lennox is heading into Lair Tech here. His Zergling speed is about to finish up. Yeah,
And
not
yeah,
a whole lot of tech just yet.
The scoreboard might need to be dragged just a little bit to the left.
Okay, let me see if I can figure out how to do that real quick.
Yeah.
You guys can enjoy this queen in the meantime.
Oh, yep. All right, lay that creep down. That's it. That's it.
Alright, let me see here.
Queen's hard at work. I've been teaching my daughter chess, and we've been figuring out when it is or isn't appropriate to sacrifice your queen. Usually it isn't. Okay, and yeah, just if you look over, when you have the chance, there is a Zergling keeping that orbital from landing. We have an infestation pit down for the Zerg. Alright, well,
There
let's
we
move in.
go.
This might be... I was curious whether Lanix was going to... Okay, just sends another in to keep it from landing still. I love that. Just being a little bit cheeky there. Doesn't send them in, doesn't sacrifice them. Burrow being researched. I wonder if we're going to be seeing any burrowed infestors coming up. Or whether he just wants to burrow one of those Zerglings everywhere that his opponent might want to expand. This poor orbital is just building up energy.
I love that from
Yeah,
Lennox. He tries to send the Zergling back in just to delay it for a second longer.
Oh yeah, I mean that is time spent without mules, man. That is what the Terran economy has the backbone on.
Oh, and even hunting down the
Yeah.
Marines trying to find the Overlord.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to try to just lure those Marines in and then pounce on them, but he waited until there were 3 separated from the 4th.
Yeah.
So just
So-
very clever little bits of play from LanixMagi, who's working on saturating the 3rd now.
Do you think this is going to be burrowed roaches from... Oh, okay, I see what's about to happen. Take a look at the production tab, Hyper Turtle.
Oh, I know, there's a Nidus Worm coming up.
Yeah.
I'm
But,
curious
like,
exactly
Pacha-
what he'll be burrowing still.
Pacha has pretty good vision over his main, though. Like, I know this Overlord's just hanging out here. I think this is going to be the culprit. But I don't know if you'll actually be able to get the Nidus up unless Pacha's slow on the draw here.
Yeah, well, right now,
Wait, hold on.
LanixMagi-
Okay, alright, I don't know what's going on anymore.
Well, I think I do. I think it's going to be burrowed swarm hosts. You know,
Yeah.
which the effectiveness can be a little bit limited just based on the fact that your opponent has scan. But right now, Pacha's laying down a lot of mules just to catch up. So I think he wants to see how many locusts he can send up without having to unburrow and move again.
Yeah. So one thing that Lanix could do is he could set up Nidus canals to the left and the right over here, and then just keep firing waves and just go back into the...
Yep. Alternate between them, and
yeah.
here
Here's
it
the
is.
first
It
one.
will indeed be on the low ground, so he is not taking any unnecessary risks here.
Yeah. As long as he doesn't get caught out with the Swarm House, this could be very annoying. Alright, here we go.
Well, no matter what, this is going to be annoying. Even if his opponent does deal with it. Niduses and Swarm Hosts. I mean, it's a headache. Oh, and there we go. Just landing, immediately chewing on that orbital. I think they're actually getting
Oh my
destroyed
God.
before it lifted off. That is
That's-
more than annoying right there.
That's a he
Oh,
even
man,
got he
so
even
much
got a
hard
stim.
for it.
He got a stim on the bio. There's no medevacs right now.
Right, so yeah, that is a lot of Marines that just stemmed. Total of 26 of them, I believe, and then straight up, going with another Nidus off the other direction.
Yeah. Let's see if no, I don't think he has got vision of this. Yeah, there's no vision. There's no vision of the Nidus Canal right now for Pacha.
I mean, there's different options, and there is another going up as well, right in the main. We are in full whack-a-mole mode here, and they are dropping the Locusts. And now the Marines being lured over there, and in the meantime, that natural completely undefended. The Locusts pouncing on all the FCVs, killing 7 of them, and then going straight for the orbital, which again has... Alright, it does lift off soon enough this time. He will be able to repair it, but that is another stab at a player who was already playing from behind.
Yeah.
There we go.
LanixMagi is also getting a more durable ground army as well. So it's not just going to be these swarm hosts.
Yeah, it's a total of 12 swarm hosts. He's not making any more right now. Alright, plays up those Zerglings. Here we go. Locust versus Marine Marauder.
Oh,
And the
even
swarm
trading.
hosts again, get away.
Yeah, even trading with this already very bruised bio right here.
Exactly. He didn't get much in the way of kills, but there is nothing available at all to heal those Marines or Marauders. The third M is not present right now.
Oh, definitely not.
And yeah, this is what you can do. You can just keep your opponent going back and forth. Will you continue to expand? Will you continue to research more upgrades? He's on Hive Tech. He's started Adrenal now.
I think Pacha's gotten used to the... Yeah, Pacha has the pattern recognition now. Like, after he hits one area, he's going to hit the other.
Exactly. A left and a right and a left and a right. Jab left, roundhouse right. Jab left, roundhouse right. Alright, but meanwhile LanixMagi, he has taken his third. Pacha still... LanixMagi has taken the gold as his fifth, before his opponent could even get a third up. Now the golds are a bit more vulnerable even than usual in this one, because it's easy to attack them from the other side. Even so, Pacha cannot really afford to send anything to his opponent's side of the map at all. And the Locusts are swarming down. Got some siege tanks, which are helping with this, as long as the Locusts don't dive them. Oh, and 5 more worker kills. Right now, 24 workers to 60 drones. 90... Okay, just over 100 supply to 172. Pacha's going to have to figure out something to do. Otherwise, he's just going to be just swinging back and forth until he finally just runs out of money and army.
Yeah. Lanix working on those rocks in the center there just to give himself a little bit mobility on this map.
Exactly. Just make himself a shortcut. And here come the Lynx. And those Marines and Marauders are so damaged already. Here come the Locusts as well. And I think LanixMagi, again, being very smart, just backing off when he doesn't need to sacrifice anything. Roach is walking right past and jumping out of Siege Tank.
Yeah, but this might have been a little bit of an overextension from Lanix here. I don't think it's going to matter too much just because of the difference in bases and economy. But
there was no overextension, but an overextension that he could afford.
Oh yeah,
Still,
for sure. Yeah.
In the end, I don't think the Lynx and the Roaches really did a lot. He was able to get the Swarm Hosts out of there yet again.
Yeah.
But
speaking of which, I think the Swarm Hosts are still in the Nidus Canal. Yeah, they're in the Nidus Canal right now.
Yes. Well, as long as the Nidus Canals and the Worms don't all get destroyed, they won't perish. But if they do, they'll get eliminated. I just don't see that happening. And yet, interesting thing, I mean, we talked about Burrow. I don't think he's burrowed anything so far.
No, he hasn't. You're right.
Oh, and yeah, you gotta swap the positioning of top player and bottom player. Right-click on the scoreboard. You're actually showing LanixMagi
as the Terran player. Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, no, it isn't.
No, hold on.
Yeah, you want the you want the higher supply to be on top at the moment. Yeah, Nidus again. This hurts. All right. And yeah,
oh wait, hold on. I just remembered how to do that. Hold on. Yep. There we go.
Just to narrate, there's a bunch of dying going on again.
I just have to. I did find this once, but I need to find it again. In the meantime, enjoy these Lings and Roaches attacking the space. Forcing a liftoff over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. We're really at the point where I don't think Pacha can recover. Control X. Try that.
Yeah, I found it here.
Just switch places. Yep.
There we go.
All right. 29 more SCVs dead, though. So, just a couple Mutalisks causing chaos in the main. And we have Pacha down to 3 workers. That is, well, it's kind of rough.
Yeah, I was about to say that the only thing missing from Lanix's army is a little bit of splash damage, but before I opened my mouth, there were 11 Ultralisks on the production tab.
Wait till they open their mouths.
Yeah. They're very large mandibles. Alright, Pacha is doing a little bit of a drop here.
Yeah,
those Ultras don't have a lot of armor, though.
No, the speed upgrade is only now being researched, and they do not have their extra armor yet. So, yeah, it's one of those things about whether you want to wait to use some of those advanced units until the upgrades are done, but yeah, GG.
And we got the GG.
We got the GG! Alright, that is 1 point for PSIOP Gaming. Just a rush that didn't get enough done, and then just a slow, brutal death.
Alright. Let's see if that actually updated in the scoreboard here. Looks like it didn't so far. Let me adjust that. There we go. I think Lanix has to be feeling pretty good about that first to win. I guess that's probably a strategy that he's been practicing. That was like a little too annoying to just like break out on the ladder. I don't know.
You might have someone send in some very rudely phrased whispers to you afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Alright, well they say they're ready, so we're gonna go again. So a lot of that was decided right at the opening, regardless of the strategy that LanixMagi took. So I'm very curious how this one's going to open.
Mm-hmm.
And we are at a
You are watching FSL.
And yeah, remember, Russian and cheesing, not always the same thing. I can think of some late game cheese. Anyway, we got the GLHFs in the upper left. We have our blue. Terran he is.
Pacha.
And he is playing for the team of
Angry Space Hares.
and his opponent in the lower right, the Zerg in the pink. He is
LanixMagi.
and he is playing for
PSIOP.
lovely clip from LanixMagi. He's got the lings and the beans.
Oh yeah, very creative. Some of the guys here do have very creative intros. I think some people also like have like video editing experience and stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So I know Wind
There's
Shadow's
that.
intro like has him warping in like as if he's an actual Protoss unit, which is super cool.
Yeah, some lovely lightning strikes in some of those intros. Me, I went all Blofeld and James Bond, and with a Zerglin plushie on my lap. So I'm still holding on to that one.
Yeah, no, I just tried to be a Power Ranger myself,
Well, everyone's a Power Ranger. The question is which one. Some are easier to achieve than others.
True. I was an off-duty Power Ranger. I wasn't in uniform.
Oh, okay. I mean, they did a lot of that. That was where the American actors actually got to jump around and kick now and then. Yeah, well, Dr. Evil was a very clear parody of Blofeld from James Bond. So, let's just say that I was parodying the same thing as Dr. Evil, but not necessarily parodying the parody.
All right, let's see what's going on in this game here. Was this a
Okay,
CC
yeah.
first from Pacha? What? Illegality. Can you even do this on the new patch?
You can. I mean, sky's the limit. Now that Overlord is just about to see this, so we'll see how he reacts. But LanixMagi is taking his natural. There's a lot of what you can and can't do on the new patch that is still being figured out. But I think it's called the old reverse cheese. You barracks, you do a big bunch of proxy barracks this first game. And you're like, okay, well they're looking for the proxies this game. I'm just going to take an early command center and do my best to wall off. But here come two Zerglins, and that is far from a completed wall. Yeah, right away delaying the factory, and this is the risk of this. Economic cheese. Oh man, one of the
Lennox didn't really make a ton of units, so I guess Pacha is gonna get away with this.
Yeah,
although, if he really wanted to transition into a more aggressive option here, I think he could.
There are 4 friends coming, so as long as they can surround, they should be able to still do more damage. And those FCVs, you don't want them out on the field dying, you want them mining.
Yeah, 8 more lings to follow these guys up, so I think he's gonna try to be annoying at this wall here. I think the window for aggression is closing, though, because this wall is fully made.
Yeah, I mean, unless he goes with some bans, which doesn't look like he will. But yeah, he was able to force his opponent to build some things a little bit earlier than expected. He got some worker snipes. I think he's got to be feeling alright with this. And yeah, that incomplete supply depot is looking kind of banged up. Alright, there we go.
I think this might be mech out of Pacha here. He's going to swap this factory over to the reactor. And he's got another factory on the way. Oh, but yeah, those...
This is one of those cases where your spawning place can very much make a difference. Any add-on he puts on that wall is going to be sticking out like a thumb that his opponent wants to break.
That is true, yeah. He drew the short end of the stick on the spawn here on this map, I think.
Yeah, and that's where sometimes you gotta take that into account sometimes with your build order. But yeah, we do indeed have that second factory. We have the Baneling now, so I think
you can see the future.
Oh yeah, I can I can think a few moves ahead. Not many moves ahead, but a few. Yeah, still, I mean, even right now, he's got a couple SCVs that are just staying there
Oh my
to do
God.
repairs.
Okay. This isn't a real wall, right? It's not a full wall.
It's wall enough as long as it's got the Hellions there, but still.
Yeah, true.
You saw the moment that Pacha realized, wait a moment, this isn't a real wall anymore.
Bane Milling Nest has completed here, so some of these guys might actually start morphing. There isn't a ton of units. If he's gonna go, he has to go now.
Strategically, you morph the more injured ones so they can get their full health back. But yes, the mighty Morphin Baneling Rangers right here, and all of them are the Green Ranger.
Alright, let's see if you can get this wall down. There are a few Hellions here.
Yeah, well,
wall goes down.
Did a great job absorbing fire before the Banelings hit. The Banelings barely took any damage. Pacha doing the right thing, getting into a choke point, but that might be too late. There is nothing close to a wall on the high ground. And again, Pacha's got to be feeling good.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a difficult position
LanixMagi,
here.
Actually.
Yeah.
Pacha might not be feeling as good. You look on the bright side.
Yeah, 24 more links in production here. He's just going to kill these units as they trickle out, and he's also shutting down the mining at the same time. This is super tough.
All the workers trying to repair. The Hellions, well, they're helpful.
Okay.
Let's see what happens when the Zerglings regroup, though.
Yeah, there's a specific position here where if he just puts the Banelings right in this little crevice between the supply depots, he could probably knock out all three of them.
Right.
Yeah, actually, yeah, just like bowling. Yeah, I mean we don't have the centrifugal hooks yet, but
no, that would be nice. You gotta remember when you attack with Banelings, you gotta throw with the wrist.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, the Hellions able to protect, but the Zerglings just running right by.
A little bit indecisive here from LanixMagi, not knowing exactly what he wants to go for. And Blue Flame is done now. This is a sizable amount of Hellions. I think he needs he's gonna need something else defensively here, like maybe a Roach Warren or just a lot more Lings.
Oh man, well he's got to lift up that CC. I hope he doesn't forget about that.
Yeah, I think Pacha's just sending it across the other side of the map, which is never a good position to be in, but he could get some counter damage in.
Well, he'd better get that within repairing range quickly. This is one of those classic mistakes you even see the pros make. It's like, oh damn it, I just realized I could have lifted that up. There's a lot of things to pay attention to at once. The blue flame. Oh man, that is paying off. The blue Terran with the blue flame.
Yeah, actually,
14 drones.
He equalized the worker count. I mean, he's gonna lose his entire army doing it, but like he did equalize the worker count here. Is there a wall? Not a full wall, but there is a wall on the way.
And only one orbital left. That first orbital is dead. These Zerglings getting right on top of the Marines. They're going to be able to camp the production, and Pacha is also supply blocked at the moment.
Burrow's almost done as well. If he wants to be really annoying, he can start burrowing links every.
Or burrowing Banes if you want to be really fancy.
Yeah.
Alright, well there's that bunker that some people in our chat were calling for a little while. Unfortunately, that Hellion can't go in the bunker. We do have a couple of Marines on the way, though. And here come the Banelings. Yeah, I think it's wise to skip the higher health supply depot. Just get straight in. Bunker is already on fire. Banelings just waddling after those SCVs. And they do
a lot of lost mining time.
Yeah, I mean, not so much lost mining time over and over. LanixMagi right now has over twice the workers. Now, this might be the point where Pacha just has to see what he can do with what he's got, but the Hellions, as great as they are against drones and lings, not as good against queens or roaches, of which there are quite a few about to pop out.
Yeah, Pacha just committing to this these Blue Flame Hellions for now, just trying to establish his foothold, but it's a bit of an uphill battle from here.
Right. And yes, I think an earlier bunker, there's a handful of things where if they'd gotten into that wall earlier, it would have saved it. Just the fact that those lings managed to get through so early, that was where things immediately started getting out of control.
Yeah.
And I mean, he doesn't.
Looks-
Now, a siege tank is what he needs right now, but that's not what's in production, just more Hellions. So he does not know that these roaches are about to show up.
Yeah,
Hellions do not do. Yep.
these units kind of did just walk right by each other. Pacha's trying to find any damage he can on the other side of the map. Meanwhile, Lanix is just sending it on the other side.
Yeah, you need. Oh, too late to repair already. I think this is going to be it.
Yeah,
Not
without
only don't Hellions get bonus damage against armored, anything other than light, Blue Flame doesn't add anything extra against armored either.
Yeah, it
All
just makes the
Blue Flame
units look
does-
cooler.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it does make it look cooler, but yeah, the main thing it adds is just additional bonus damage. And just burrows because he can. Now we get to see how. I wanted to see more of whether their underground healing could outpace the Hellion damage. I don't think it can, but still.
Oh yeah, definitely not. But it did force the scan on an already low economy Terran.
Oh
So
yeah, and it's 30 supply to 99. I just don't see anything that can be done with. All he's got are the Hellions, and those ones are just breaking down one after another, with more roaches on the way.
alright, we got the liftoff from Pacha here, but I think this is a little.
Again, not until after it was burning.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's one Hydra on the way though. We can shoot air now.
Yeah, there is the age-old strategy, and by age-old I mean 1998. Well, I can still lift up every one of my buildings and force you to get flying units and waste a lot of your time. But yeah, pulls a few of the workers out, and that's it. GG. LanixMagi takes the series. PSIOP gaining 2 points to start with. Alright, some beautifully unique matches there.
Wow, that was a lot.
Yes,
Well played.
indeed.
Well played.
Yeah, pacha looks like 2 different flavors of cheese. Proxy cheese first map, sort of a bit of eco cheese next map, but both times your opponent was just ready a little bit too soon.
Quite so.
Yeah, going that early spawning pool is just absolutely necessary against Terran right now.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to make a note of that because I've been playing a lot of Zerg lately.
Yeah. I up against Protoss you can get away with going hatch first, but against Terran it's way too dangerous.
Okay, very good to know. I'm trying to pick up tips wherever I can actually, and I've been focusing a bit more on Zerg lately, trying to get the Ultralisk portrait as soon as I can.
So yeah, Pacha, question for you in that first match, 3 racks. Have you been experimenting with the different volumes of racks on your proxies? Because one thing I've noticed on the newer patches, I think it's a lot harder to go for the 4th racks. I don't know. Have you tried that?
I've noticed the exact same thing, which is largely why I went for 3 racks. I guess the other reason is with a 4 racks, proxy, if the initial push doesn't work, there's 0 chance that you can survive. With a 3 or 2 racks, there's like maybe a 20% chance you can survive, depending on how things go.
Yeah, definitely with 2 racks, I think you can survive. 3 racks might be the new level of commitment on the 8 worker start. I'm not sure yet though, but I don't play a lot of Terran. Also, not a lot of Terrans have done it to me, except for Cranky on the old patch. Damn you, Cranky!
Me, I just haven't been playing a lot of Protoss yet, so that's the one I've got to learn the most new stuff on.
All right, and yeah, for Lanix, you've been really preferring your pool first builds, but I don't think you intended to be super aggressive within the second game until you saw the CC first, right?
Correct, absolutely. That just Zeke go burr when I saw that.
That's fair, yeah.
And we saw that you took Burrow both times, fairly early on. Where do you find Burrow comes in handy the most? I saw you burrow the roaches once, but that just seemed like the fun of it.
Burrowing Zerglings to block floating
that-
command centers and to bait scans, Also, the intent is eventually to go Infestor, and I've been
Okay.
very bad at burrowing my Infestors.
Hmm. Yeah, I was curious. I really thought you were going to be burrowing those swarm hosts more often, but in the end, just in and out, in and out.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a build I have practiced. That one was that's
Okay.
a tough one.
Yeah,
I,
we were figuring that. It's like you definitely were in your comfort zone once the Niduses started to pop.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was a fun little whack-a-mole thing that you had going there. I have seen some GM streamers use burrow as like a very aggressive one-base strategy where they make like 4 roaches and then they just start burrowing at a very early time. Yeah, it seems like something that's super annoying to deal with and very non-standard.
Okay. That's another thing I might try sometime, especially Zerg versus Zerg, because I've noticed that's nothing but Roach versus Roach now. Alrighty.
All right,
So
yeah. Well, let's head on to the next one.
Exactly. We've got 2 points on the scoreboard for PSIOP Gaming. We will be moving on to HurtnTime versus Sunny D for real this time.
All right, yeah. Thank you, players.
All right, welcome back, HurtnTime and Sunny D. I appreciate that you were all ready to go before, but now it's really time to play. How you doing?
Good, good.
I'm all right. Can you hear me?
Glad it's Friday. No
We
more
can
work.
hear you.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, this is I mean, casting and production here, kind of like a job, except that I don't get paid.
Yeah, it is. It
KJ
is like a bit of
mentioning maybe we need some music.
a bit of a part-time job. Yeah, maybe I hit a button here. Hold on one second.
StarCraft fortunately hasn't reached the level, but there are definitely games where the grinding got so heavy that I'm like, okay, this is like I'm doing another job on my days off. So, but yeah, I'm still trying to hit that 100% completion here. And let's see, I mean, we can definitely hit you with the questions that are still just obvious right now. How are you doing on the new patch?
I'm still getting used to it. Zerg seems really strong.
Sunny, do you share similar sentiments, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at the beginning of the patch, a lot of older players and higher ranking players decided to switch to Zerg, so ladder was just like full of really good players, and it kind of really messed up the ladder for a while. I feel like it's kind of leveled out now, though.
Okay.
Well, people
Yeah.
are certainly getting plenty of practice against Zerg. So
Yeah, I think like 60% of my games are like TVZs.
I have noticed a lot of new names on the ladder too when I play. There is a chance that the patch did bring back some older players because I definitely didn't recognize them.
Curiosity is powerful.
Yeah, but I think some people also are very frustrated with the patch and aren't playing as much.
Okay.
Luckily,
We
I
have
think
someone in chat right now who got brought back by the patch. Welcome back, Scout.
Yeah, happy to have you.
Yeah, I mean, go
I feel like TVT was the most unchanged matchup though in the patch. So
I was just about to ask, yeah, like how do you feel TVT post and pre-patch? Because like you're just doing everything but on lower economy, right? So like you take your gas and you have that much less minerals. Like, is that basically the only difference?
as far as I know, I really haven't
mean-
played much in the last week or so, but
really, Terran got the least changes, so of course TVT is going to have the least differences. And honestly, I mean, ghosts don't get used that much in TVT
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, I wouldn't imagine it's changed much other than just a little bit slower of a start.
I agree.
All
Yeah.
right, well, if we're all in agreement, we ought to get to it then.
Yeah, let's
Are you guys
separate out
ready
the
to go?
players.
All right,
Okay.
good luck.
I'm ready.
Yeah. And this
Okay.
first map is gonna be on Warcraft 3.
Pretty much. Just curious, with that in mind, Scout 9481. Since apparently you're someone who played for a while and only recently came back, are you called Scout based on the unit almost no one uses in Group War? You go back that far, or just unrelated? You can let me know when you have the chance. All right. It's time to watch a bunch of orcs stand around a campfire along with some wannabe Ewoks.
Yeah, I'll do my best to point out all the weird map features, guys.
Alrighty, in the upper right, we have our green, Terran, and he is
Sunny D.
And he is playing for the team of
Angry Space Hares.
his opponent in the lower left. We have the Terran in the red. He is
HurtnTime.
and he represents the team of
PSIOP.
Alright, yes, hi SC2ers. We definitely appreciate any SC2 players who are in the chat now. Honestly, any Brood War or Warcraft 3 players are also welcome. And anyone who plays Age of Empires 2, we will silently tolerate you. Alright, looking pretty similar so far, and definitely an earlier guess when it comes
From
to
HurtnTime, I think, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I think, yeah, hold on. I thought I saw a rally misrallied from HurtnTime, and there it was all the way across the map. Maybe that was a scouting STV? I'm not sure what he intended there.
Yeah. I don't know. More and more, I'm seeing people not wanting to wait until the first Reaper to at least get a quick peek with the SCV, then move that to safety before the Reaper comes.
Yeah, I think people are still figuring out whether or not they want a drone or worker scout on the new patch.
Oh,
I tried
yeah,
it. I tried it for a little bit, but I think with the Overlord speed as a Zerg player, I honestly don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, they even slowed the Overlord down a little bit too, as I recall.
They did. They made it super slow, and then they made it like a little bit faster to the point where like you can actually get to your opponent's natural and see whether or not they have a base in ZVZ, which is really all you need.
Now in the 4-player maps, maybe you'll want to also both do the Worker and the Reaper and Overlord.
I could see an
Okay,
argument
you
for that. Yeah.
Didn't you name yourself after Brood War? Yep. I've got good memories from StarCraft to Brood War to Remastered. I never did get the chance to enjoy StarCraft 64 though. At least not officially. And hello, Craig the Shoeshiner. I love it.
Thank you for your support.
Oh hey, Craig.
That is our.
How you doing?
Yep. Oh, I'm sure he is gearing up for the next fight night. Feel free to plug it in there. 3 lovely months. They have been lovely months. I have been loving this season. All right, so factory for our friend HurtnTime.
Yeah. Also a factory for Sunny D with a tech lab right here.
Right.
Earlier expansion from HurtnTime though.
Yeah, earlier expansion. Well, Sunny D's got the earlier factory and putting out a cyclone to, I guess, ward off any air units necessary. Boing.
Yeah, HurtnTime doing his best just to gather all this information and he's gonna get out. Yeah. Good micro there.
Oh, good enough anyway. Yep, he got out of there.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if everyone knows, but on this map there actually are a few positions you can actually put tanks. So I'm interested to see how PV or
you
TVT
mean
will
like the high
play
ground
out.
platforms. That,
Yeah.
There is classic Brood War stuff.
Yeah.
I remember there were some of those in like Wings of Liberty and maybe early Heart of the Swarm, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they're within range of any bases, but yeah, if you want something to just pound any armies that go by, there's also a whole lot of sight blockers. That's one of the things that I've, sight blockers wedged in between destructible rocks, so you can really set some traps on this map if you want to.
There's even a high ground platform that has a destructible rock next to it that collapses another destructible rock onto the high ground platform. This map is so weird.
In a process we call the domino effect.
Yeah.
This is not this. Yeah, so this is a team series. So the previous match. Ooh, they say that I'm sounding kind of quiet. I'll move the mic closer to myself.
Yeah.
You seem to be hearing me just fine, and here
Let me move my mic a little bit away from my face as well. That usually helps.
The balance, the delicate balance. All right, Sunny D taking the natural.
Yeah. He's landed his command center there. We should see another orbital.
And just
HurtnTime
fine
defending with a
stabbing
tank and a few
Marine here and there.
Marines.
Yeah. I mean, it's doing the job, even if the Cyclones are able to pick off a Marine here and there. They're not units you can't afford to sacrifice. So this siege tank might have something to say about the tactic.
Yeah, thank you guys for reminding me about the score. I changed the names of the players. I didn't change the score from the last.
Okay. All right. And yeah, from Sunny D, we got Banshee and we got Cloak coming. It'll be very interesting to see how this interacts. HurtnTime going a lot more standard, just getting the Marines and the tanks out. 3 more barracks on the way from him.
Yeah, Sunny D keeping tabs on both attack angles right now. He actually will scout this medevac as well.
I love it.
There are, like, with all the high grounds, there are a lot of sight blockers, though. Are these Ewoks? No, they're Marines.
No, those are Tauren Marines.
Ah, they're, okay. Yeah, they're like the bulls.
Yeah, there's a race called Taurens.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was originally an April Fool's joke, but they put them in the map editor anyway. And there's actually a couple places in the campaigns you can even encounter them. One of them walks into an outhouse that then blasts off like a rocket, and then in Legacy of the Void, there's actually a like you can do the Konami code using the platform, and a Tauren Marine will kind of pop out and join your army. It's very, so they've been around. I think there's also a Marine skin for Elite Tauren Chieftain. Heroes of the Storm.
So
yeah,
Banshee Cloak is researched, and there are a couple Banshees now. I think that'll be the signal to move out, and it looks like, yes, it is. The Banshees are on the way. There's no eBay from... Oh, okay. Right as I say that, he throws down 2 eBays. I don't think these will be ready. No turrets will be ready by the time that these eBays arrive. There are some scans, though, as long as he doesn't double mule or whatever right now. I think he's fine.
Loopies? No, I think they're called... I think the Ewoks are actually officially called Moopies, with an M. They've made their... Oh, okay, well, let me pause that trivia for a moment, because we are getting some worker kills in with those Cloaked Banshees. Marines moving in, but they are taking good advantage of those ledges.
Yeah. Looks like the turrets will finish by the time, so...
I swear, forget Han shot first. I will never forgive George Lucas for removing the songs from Return of the Jedi, including the Ewok one, and just sticking a bunch of flute music in.
Wait, the Ewoks had their own music?
So at the end of Return of the Jedi, there's a big celebration, and in the original version, the Ewoks are singing this little song, which kind of translated officially to Celebrate the Light. And then there was also, a song in Jabba's palace by the band there, Cy Snoodles and whatever. And in the special edition, they replaced both those. With
the way that you made it sounded like a pop song. I'm like, there's no way that Ewoks were singing Britney Spears. Like,
no, we're talking the early '80s. I don't know if Britney was even born then. I'm not sure.
Okay.
No, it was like yep, ida yeah. So the lyrics must be a little bit off for me, but yeah, they replaced the flute music. But yes, they are called Moopies, and in StarCraft II they made their debut on kind of a mission that was a parody of Return of the Jedi, where you were in a forest trying to destroy a shield generator for a space station. All right, so. Boy, can I get sidetracked? But yeah,
that was a lot of Star Wars trivia right there. But I don't fault you for not speaking. I don't fault you for not speaking Ewok.
Yeah. They had their own made-for-TV movies and a cartoon show too for a while. So, boy, were they pushing the sales of those stuffed animals. Anyway, HurtnTime on the offensive. Sunny D has a little bit of supply advantage, but you never know. That could be nullified. Oh, Doom Drop. Oh, yeah. Come on, you gotta use that new button. Use that new button that just loads everyone nearby.
Now, he believes in skill expression, Hyper Turtle.
Okay, there we go. Doom Drop, I think, right on top of that tank. There are Vikings within range. And yeah, some poor Marines that were still right-clicked on those medevacs, walking into tank fire. all of this is in depend. Those Marines have to get right between those choke points, between the production, and you see how easily the tanks can just mow them down. Banshee's gonna save though.
I think Sunny D's army supply was actually a lot higher there, but doing these big drops into the main is one way to equalize, to get better value out of your units to break a tank position.
Yeah, at the moment, yeah, HurtnTime has moved ahead in supply a little. Those Marines were left over and just attacking, killed 16 SCVs while the Banshees were dealing with that tank.
Yeah, even if he loses his units here, I think he's okay. Just run away from those tanks, and yeah, he just picks up. Should see him.
You saw he expanded behind this too. Oh, again though, I think there were some infantry that just got kind of rallied right into the siege tank. And again, you see some more as well that were also stemmed when they weren't near the action. So just a little bit of unit management issues here. But regardless, he's still in a pretty comfortable position. He needs to start saturating. Oh, okay. So I didn't even notice, but the third never completed.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I just saw that as well. It looks like the Banshees probably canceled the building SCV. Looks like he's got another one on it now that things have quieted down.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's really got to get his economy in check here, because he is still lagging. Even after killing a lot of those workers, he is still lagging on econ right now.
Trying to take a fourth as well. And yeah, they're going into a slightly oversaturated third. They could get a lot of worker kills here. And his tanks, HurtnTime's tanks, were sieged first, and that is such an advantage. Just which tanks are already sieged in position.
He also lost his air units here. There are a couple of Vikings for Sunny D as well that he could use to spot, but yeah, for now it looks like HurtnTime will be able to bully Sunny D off of the space.
That's right. Yeah,
oh,
I don't know.
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, there's a bunch of bases being taken. So many bases on the map.
HurtnTime had some resources piling up there, and he's decided to take it. Okay, again, just some Marines and medevacs getting on top of these workers that are being transferred ahead of the orbital.
Yeah.
And not quite ready, but attacking a little bit from where the third used to be as well. So HurtnTime just showing some really good control of the map, killing a lot of workers.
Yeah, and now he is in the economic lead right now, and the supply lead.
Yeah, that drop just performed wonders for him.
Yeah.
Alright, is he going to try to drop right on these tanks too? I think so, and then that other tank, even if it's defense, is going to do some friendly fire too. Excellent work with the Vikings though.
Yeah, Vikings show up right on time there. The rest of the Marines move forward. Try to get that tank. It looks like they won't be able to. Both tanks very damaged. Yeah, unsieging here and running away, I think, is the correct call. Just regroup your army, then go again.
I mean, one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was every time you're about to take the offensive, take a base just as you're moving out. And HurtnTime, well, he's taken that to the extreme, like basically taken 3 bases. And I think that's...
Oh, okay. This is actually quite smart from Sunny D. He took down the rocks right here and basically nullified one attack path that HurtnTime was using.
Blocked off that area, but that does not block flying units.
So one thing that I think Sunny D really does have going for him that he's been really on top of, his upgrades are way better than HurtnTime's right now.
All right. Excellent reaction on both sides. In the end, that Liberator does survive and takes out 3 siege tanks.
Yeah, I think the only thing HurtnTime really got there was the turret.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, it's more than nothing. The reactor being repaired, thankfully. And Sunny D right now, not doing too shabby with the upgrades. 3-2 for barracks, 2-0 for factory.
Yeah.
So if that continues, you know, he's going to keep edging a bit more of an advantage. Yes, this is a brawl, Craig the Shoeshiner. Not a fight night, but a brawl night. And I will take that any day. Right, those Vikings just patrolling around, seeing if they can snipe any other incoming drops. I see Sunny D's also just got a few Marines patrolling around to catch the incoming armies. And so, yep, he knows what to expect right now. Army heading right towards his 4th. And he's only just managing to get around to landing at his 3rd again.
Yeah, HurtnTime is met with few too many siege tanks there, so he's not going to be really able to break that position. Especially not with the reinforcements coming right here. Sunny D taking good tank positions on this map behind the rocks as well.
And
Even
here's
getting
where
a few
Vikings
tanks
come
for
in
his... Gets a few tanks for his troubles. Okay, one tank for his trouble.
handy. I really like the Vikings, just having that extra anti-air and that extra spotting for the siege tanks. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
We are about to have ourselves a bit of an encounter.
Yeah. I think Sunny D's win condition here is taking a good fight away from siege tanks. Because his upgrades are just so much better than HurtnTime's right now. I think we're about to see that, actually.
And those tanks never sieged either.
No, they
Those
didn't.
Vikings taking down the medevacs, that was an excellent win from
Yeah,
him. And
2-2
he is
just
ahead of
started.
supply again.
2-2 just started for HurtnTime here.
There is going to be some catching up there.
Yeah. A planetary is a saving grace here, I think. A planetary at this base, so this base is going to be a lot harder for Sunny D to take out.
Yeah, his fourth base is just a normal command center now. I think because he forgot to unload the SCVs from it. I don't think he can transform it while the SCVs are still inside.
No, I don't
There
think
we
so.
go, yep. Man, HurtnTime and I are so much the same mind. All
Interesting
right.
that he made this an orbital, though. The most exposed expansion.
Okay, here we come. Now, Sunny D might be able to take this out fairly quickly. And what he is lacking, all those Vikings, the sacrifice was not making a lot of medevacs.
Yeah.
So that is permanent damage from any hits the Marines take and any hits the Marines give themselves. If my drug terminology is correct, I don't know.
Yeah, I think, so yeah, I was about to say, it seems like HurtnTime is not super on top of his production here. A couple of the factories didn't have add-ons, it looks like they're being added on right now. So there'll be 3 factory tech lab production here, which might be a way back into this game.
I think he's just outnumbered to start here.
Yeah, but he is fighting into a planetary. Sunny D is fighting into a planetary here.
That is saving grace. The Liberators attacking from outside of the missile turret's range. There are, fortunately, a few Vikings to narrow those down. Alright, Viking versus Viking combat here. 3 siege tanks are sieged from Sunny D. His supply just keeps moving ahead.
And the repair at the last second, too, to save the command center. He's not going to be able to break this tank position, I don't think.
Well, I don't know. Vikings, the Vikings have landed.
Yeah, but a couple on siege, yeah. Okay, actually, Vikings do
damage against mech.
Yeah, surprising amount of damage.
Also, yeah, I just love any time you're able to bait siege tanks into friendly firing each other. Alright. Yeah. I mean, for the last few minutes, it's all been Sunny D as far as the aggression goes.
Yeah.
He's even got a couple of tanks still sieged where the, within range of the 4th too. Or the 5th, anyway.
Oh yeah, and speaking of Sunny D, he's actually also a streamer, guys. So if you like Sunny D's gameplay right now, you should definitely go follow him at Twitch TV/SunnyD, I believe. Also,
yeah.
Craig, he's a frequent flyer at Craig's Fight Night as well. So go follow Craig the Shoe Shiner in the chat as well. Give them a follow, participate in their fight nights, either as a viewer or a player. It's a lot of fun.
And eventually, my family will go to bed early enough to let me stream a bit too. So when I finally do, try to catch me, please. But not yet, because it's definitely not going to be tonight.
Oh, I've been super lazy about streaming as well. Usually I tell myself I'm just going to play a few games of StarCraft and then I'll just like hop off, so it's not worth the stream.
I tell myself,
and then I go on a 200 MMR Lost Bender, you know? So...
Hey, that's good. Viewers love that. You know, it makes...
Yeah, they love it when I just grab my face and slide it down to like,
Misery is beautiful when it isn't yours.
Yeah. So there's only one tank here from Sunny D. Like, I don't think that HurtnTime should go forward there, given his upgrade deficit. But I think
it might benefit from a Liberator or two. It's a delicate balance, you know. There really is a bit more of a rock scissors paper thing with Terran against each other, because you got some guys who can fire from really far away and maybe can or cannot attack air units.
Yeah.
So you want just the right mixture.
Yeah. And with this, Sunny D is actually a little ahead in the economy, securing another base that HurtnTime used to have on the parallel side of the map, but no longer does. And also, Sunny D is getting a lot more production online as well in the form of barracks. So I think he's going to be scaling into the later stages just a little bit better right now.
Right now, pretty much all done. Pretty much all done with the engineering bay upgrades, except for the structure ones. Kind of focusing on some more air and ground attack and armor.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the army is about to meet each other right here. He needs, there's gonna need to be a siege. Okay, no siege up. Yeah.
No siege and a lot of anti-air, and this happened to HurtnTime earlier, where Sunny D was just able to hit him before he was able to have anything sieged. In Terran versus Terrans, well, I mean, in any matchup, it's important to try to keep tabs on your opponent's army, but Terran is so important that you already have everything positioned, sieged, liberated, drilled, stemmed, Yamato, everything.
Yeah. One thing I realized when I tried to play a couple off-race games as Terran recently is I have no idea how to have map vision as Terran, apparently. I haven't played that race since high school. I just use creep nowadays and spotter zerglings as Zerg. I think you're supposed to leave.
Protoss?
I never played Protoss, dude. I have more honor than that. No, I'm just joking.
Okay, wow.
Just joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Protoss out of nowhere.
They're struggling in this new patch. They gotta pass.
All right, and again, I mean, big thing. Sunny D's all maxed out, but Def not a single medevac. Still, if you can attack a planetary from out of range and just force your opponent to keep repairing, that's not a bad deal. I'd like to see a scan actually. Just I mean, if you don't have the Marines or the Vikings up front, you can always just drop a scan.
Yeah. I think when Sunny D realizes that there isn't a lot of defenses here, he could actually go stim in and kill this planetary.
Probably, although that stim will leave those Marines with almost no health whatsoever.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. HurtnTime with the pincer attack. All right, there are those stims.
Yeah, Sunny D attacking right into this tank line. The bio is already very low.
Right, splash damage against units that are already hurting that bad that just stimmed again.
Yeah.
Wow, just so back and forth. Neither of them quite able to get the kill on the other, but just the supply tells a big tale of where things are at regardless. HurtnTime he doesn't have the army, he doesn't have the upgrades that his opponent does.
And he's going to be mining out very shortly. He's completely mined out in his main, the natural, all mined out on minerals.
And remember, gas mines out all the earlier now.
Yes. Yeah. Which honestly, I do like the fact that they made that change. Because the only thing that really makes Turtle Styles playable is gas. And removing that just means that people won't be able to stay in their base anymore, but you're not hit with the loss of income.
The siege tanks, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also kind of like the whole concept of not increasing the number of minerals for base, but spreading them out just a little bit more.
Yeah, no, I did find that a little bit annoying about the prior patch, the fact that you lost half your income very quickly.
And I think that does make some of the older Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm maps just a little bit more playable. Still don't work spectacularly, and they still don't follow the modern design philosophy, but they are just a tiny bit more fun if the two bases you actually have easy access to don't mine out within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we always like to joke about it, but this is this is a TBT after all, so we're heading into the 25-minute mark on this match. Do you think we'll make it to a full 30 minutes for this match?
And with this supply difference, I don't think so. I think Sunny D is going to take out the last of the mining bases any moment now, and he is in a position where he can sacrifice what he wants and just keep replacing it. I mean, that's what the Marines are for anyway, but even the mech units.
Yeah. Good showing here from Sunny D. He just needs to move his tanks forward, and I think this is game.
Tanks and the Liberators, yes.
Yeah.
Liberators never did get that range upgrade, but hey. They can't see as far anyway, so... Alright. HurtnTime, 42 army right now. Just not a lot he can do against tanks.
Yeah, even taking out a few of those Marines as they come out right there.
This is 3-2 tanks now. The armor upgrade, the next armor upgrade just completed. Ouch. You should be able to attack the orcs just for the fun of it. I mean, just for if you've got some free units available.
Like make them neutral monsters on the map.
Creeps, yes.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, orcs like to attack creeps. Why can't we attack them?
Yeah, true. It's just self-defense.
With some bonuses for experience and item drops, sure.
Yeah. You sound like an Alliance player.
You know, I tried to get into Warcraft 3 multiple times, it just never worked out. Originally, none of my friends wanted to do anything other than tower defense and Dota, so I wasn't really, I couldn't really get used to playing as any of the 4 factions. Then, there was StarCraft II, and then, Warcraft 3 finally got remastered, but it was reforged, so that didn't work out either. So, yeah, I keep meaning to beat the Frozen Throne on hard, but it's kind of a pain. Anytime that you lose a battle, it's so hard to remax when you have to stay on low economy for a while first. Or stay on low supply for a while first, upkeep.
Yeah.
I do still play some Brood War though. Yeah, and there we go. He successfully takes off another expansion. That is one mining base.
Yeah, an expansion and an army.
And an army too. Yeah, let's not underestimate the fact that there are 3 times the supply in army for a Sunny D. I mean, those tanks are mowing things down, but he can afford the bill.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, whereas any tanks that HurtnTime loses right now are not going to be easy to replace. You see his production, it's just mineral only right now, even though it's actually gas he has a lot of.
Yeah. Sunny D just sending wave after wave, and we get the GG.
GG! Yeah, just mining out, and realizing there just wasn't anything left to be done. Still, I mean, he had control of a lot of that game, but kind of left on the back foot for a very long period afterwards. So the next one will be Celestial Enclave. Now, I believe this is named after Celestials from Stormgate, right? That's still a thing, isn't it? Maybe
not as a multiplayer game, but I think you can play a very unfinished campaign if you'd like.
The first one, I don't think they're ever actually going to get around to the Demon campaign, the way things are looking.
Oh, right, it was the Terran.
And and the Human campaign, the Vanguard campaign, it actually is pretty finished with some rough edges left behind. But the big thing you can't do right now is you can't play it on the servers anymore. The company that was hosting their, what online multiplayer remained ended up shifting all of its servers to a client who was AI farming. So yeah, not the happiest ending. And I never actually really even understood the Celestials. The structures. The early game is a lot different, the way the structures work, and I never figured that out. I mean, good luck to them, good luck to David Kim's new company, too.
Yeah, 8-move games.
Yep. Alright, and good luck to both of our players. In the lower left, we have our green Terran. He is
Sunny D.
And he is playing for the team
Angry Space Hares.
His opponent in the upper right, we have the red Terran, and he calls himself
HurtnTime.
And representing the team of
HurtnTime.
I mean,
PSIOP.
So as far as the actual team score goes, we're at 2-1 right now, right?
That is correct. Yeah, it is updated in the banner at the top there. I believe that's accurate.
Hooray for the banner!
Yeah,
Everybody look at the banner. Don't ignore us.
the banner was actually a pretty nice addition. People would always ask about the store.
That is a good way to keep track of where things are at without really confusing people.
Yeah.
The way I thought we were doing at the beginning of the last match.
Yeah. So hold on, KJ in the chat saying that Sunny D is a fan of mine with that shirt. Is he wearing a Psystorm shirt?
A Psystorm gaming shirt. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Yeah. I gotta get myself one of those. I'm not a big jersey person, but like the ones that look like t-shirts are not too bad in my opinion.
Yeah, I've got a Psystorm jersey and an FSL jersey. But I don't know. I like to kind of alternate between all of my StarCraft t-shirts. We're in Protoss today.
Oh, Under Armour Freedom.
Freedom shirt. Well, someone was wearing Psystorm earlier.
That was Lanix, yeah. I think he
Lanix
usually
guy.
saves
Okay,
the Psystorm hoodie for when he plays.
Okay. Well, that being said, by the way, you scrolled up the prop window. Also,
there we go.
Also press Control X. Yeah. Anyway, give me KJ freedom or give me death is my motto.
Oh yeah.
And
and
at one point, maybe I will get that printed on a T-shirt. All right, scouting SCV. Little bit trapped, and it goes down.
Hold on, let me just fix the positions. There we go. Yeah, I think
actually, yeah, go ahead.
I think in that last game, HurtnTime really definitely had like the tempo in the earlier game, but he just didn't really have the macro behind it, so he just kind of fell behind after all that tempo diminished and Sunny D was able to stabilize.
Those drops, sometimes you gotta execute the first part of the drop and then just leave it while you get everything set up back at your base. And the fact that that command center remained incomplete for that long, that really hurt him in the long term.
I totally agree, yeah.
And yeah, HurtnTime taking the pocket base, that of lesser resources.
Yeah. No command center yet for Sunny D though, so we'll see if the economic investment pays off.
I wonder how much... I mean, HurtnTime did have that SCV scouting around in there for a little while, so he might be just taking things a little bit more cautiously, not having seen any sign of a command center just yet back there. But yeah, it is being constructed now, and it looks like it will be directed towards the standard natural.
Cyclone comes out first for Sunny D, looking to just take that map control right now, keep tabs of what his opponent is doing. Realistically, like, these Marines can't do anything to a Cyclone, they'll just kite back and, like, kill units here or there.
Exactly. Last match, you remember, he was doing a little bit of annoying pushing just with the double Cyclone, not to actually do any major damage. And yeah, there's Sunny D just seeing if any buildings have been either built or floated into his pocket base. It is such a weird map here. It's like, even if you're not going to be mining from the pocket anytime soon, you still want to know what's going on there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Starport almost completed here from HurtnTime. I'm guessing this is going to be a reactor to follow. Yeah, it looks like he's swapping it right onto the reactor. Yeah. And the CC from Sunny D finishes. It's going to be floated down, turned into an orbital on the low ground. So I think this is going to shift the economic favor in terms of to Sunny D. Very quickly here with the full 8 mineral patches.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a little bit of catching up to do, but not much.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't think we saw this the last game.
Raven.
Yeah, with the upgrade. I don't know what this is called because I'm mousing over it and it's not telling me. Matrix something?
It is called Disruptive Matrix, I believe.
Disruption or disruptive? Something like that, I don't know. It makes the tanks forget how to fire.
Not just tanks. It works on any mechanical unit. I love using it on medevacs so that they can't either boost or pick anything else up or drop anything for a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Interference Matrix from Cranky Toast in the chat.
All right. Another thing a lot of people forget, it also works against psionic units. So if you really want to, you can use it on Queens or High Templar.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I actually didn't know you could use it on psionic. I thought it was just mechanical.
yeah, but it's like against those, you usually want to just EMP them or snipe them.
Yeah, it's not really worth building
Steady
the
shot.
Raven. Yeah.
Exactly.
Although I do believe that now that the Raven priority is lower, and the if they just gave the Raven an auto attack too, there'd be like no reason for Terrans not to build the Raven.
Yeah, it's one of those classic things. You hear a lot of people ask, why don't the probes ever build Ravens, even when their opponent is using, has cloaked stuff or burrowed stuff? And it's just like, well, I mean, you've already got those scans, as a guest later in the game.
Yeah. If you only have to scan 3 times and you already have like enough energy to do so, like you might as well just scan as opposed to wasting the production cycle on a Raven, because you need to put it on the tech lab in order to build it, and that just disrupts everything.
Yeah, well, it all depends. Sometimes you've got that going anyway. But yeah, just Ravens, just the ability to momentarily disable a few siege tanks or liberators, that can it opens up things, and then you just stem in, take them out before they have a chance to shoot.
So Sunny D is pushing out on the map with a few tanks and a few units, quite a few Ravens. And HurtnTime hasn't taken the lower ground, so this is going to turn into a contained very quickly. If Sunny D wants to, he should be able to cast Interference Matrix and then just move forward there. Yeah, he's going to take a aggressive position.
Right,
oh, but he doesn't have a lot of Vikings though to defend these Ravens, so he's quickly going to lose his actual spotting.
Exactly. I don't think he expected his opponent to have this many Ravens.
Oh yeah, but
Ravens
that's an
Ravens
ambitious.
Oh,
yeah, that was an ambitious drop off.
Every single one of those Vikings went down.
Yeah, that was tough. But even so, like, HurtnTime needs to break out of this position right now, and he needs to move down a very thin ramp to do so. This is a pretty ideal position for Sunny D. Like, while he's continuing to mine on 3 bases, just getting those minerals earlier is really going to pay off for him.
He just leaves the siege tank there, backs up the rest. But yeah, now HurtnTime knows it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is actually, I completely missed this. This is actually mech from HurtnTime too. I was like, why is he lifting a barracks to spot right now? And I'm like, oh, he's got 2 armories.
Oh yeah, there's a reason he had that many Vikings. Alright. HurtnTime at the last minute moving that first tank close enough so that it didn't die to the final hit.
Mm-hmm. And we're just seeing standard Marine tank from Sunny D here. Looks like he's gearing up for another push. Not a lot of tanks with this push though, so it's not going to be super well anchored.
And HurtnTime having the high ground here is going to make all the difference.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now that he's actually taken this lower ground position with a wider ramp, I think it's going to be a much more defensible place without getting walled into your own base.
Well, let's see if Sunny D chances it. There are 2 liberators, but they're actually heading to the other side of the map.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to see if they can liberate some workers here.
Yeah, liberate them from the other team.
Yep. Liberate them from unjust working conditions.
True. True.
Oh, and these tanks just get left behind again. Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if that mule repair is actually worth it. Wait, no, that was from HurtnTime. HurtnTime was using friendly fire.
Yeah. No, there have to be so many tanks sieged up for that one mule to kill a tank. It's kind of funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, Liberators did get taken out. I don't think there were... Yeah, I think he was able to pull his workers, and he had the Vikings himself there. Both of these players able to do a lot of protective work with their Vikings, but Sunny D, again, just showing quite a supply lead here.
Yeah, every time Sunny D pushes out, his army gets bigger.
Right, and that's exactly it,
Yeah.
Not just pushing out, but also doing a little bit of macro behind it.
Yeah.
So that while your opponent's occupied on their own side of the map, you can make some progress on yours. And there's... Yeah, HurtnTime, he's just had some issues getting distracted here and there in this game and the last. 3 SCVs that are sitting there. You know, there were similar issues with some of his production structures, some of his even just bases last time.
Yeah.
And Sunny D, okay, there we go. They do get moved away from the Marines.
Yeah. It
But
could just be a
that's-
tempo thing as well, maybe a confidence thing.
Well,
winning
it
winning
might-
game
it
one
might
in a
be-
series definitely helps, you know, like it gives you a good feeling going into the next one. Coming off of a loss is always an uphill battle.
I think it could also be a, wait a moment, why doesn't this command center provide as much supply as it used to?
Could be that as well, yeah. I know HurtnTime's one of
Yeah,
those players.
I don't know if this is going to work well.
Yeah, I mean he is trading pretty well with these Vikings here.
Well, pretty well, but he's trading Vikings against mineral-only units. And I think that's a trade that Sunny D is going to be happy to make, especially
Oh, yeah,
with this
absolutely,
many
yeah.
Vikings of his own.
Yeah, no, that was a good trade for Sunny D, to be clear, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially taking control of the air right now. Now, there are missile turrets to help out with the anti-air right here, so it's not like Sunny D can just YOLO forward. But yeah, like, HurtnTime did lose a lot of air control with that.
Now, both players have +1 factory attack, but Sunny D's also got +1/+1 for barracks units.
Sunny D has just got a lot more upgrades in general.
All around, yes.
Yeah.
We can list it off if we want to, but otherwise, Sunny D's also got a cheeky little corner base that
Yeah.
only the Tastelope has vision of.
I did not even know that's what it was called. I assume
Oh,
named
yeah.
after Tasteless.
Yeah, there's another critter named after Artosis.
The Artalope. Yeah.
No, it's not a lope. It's a different kind of critter, but I think they're frequently seen on the same maps together.
All right, we got a bunch of stacked of Vikings here. Just sniping a unit real quick. But yeah, I think this is just kind of gonna be a mirror of the last game here, but with a little bit less aggression. Sunny D really just taking his side of the map, really solidifying his economic lead, landing some more production buildings. Yeah, just macroing better all around here. And eventually he's going to be able to possibly overwhelm here unless he takes a super unfavorable trade.
Okay. No, you're right. It is an Artosilope. So, yeah, I guess they're both lopes, but they look pretty different. One's
Is
green,
the
one's blue.
Artosilope with us right now? Hyperturtle, where's the Artosilope?
I think the Artosilope is strictly doing Brood War these days.
That is true, yeah.
Except
No, he's
for the occasional BlizzCon event.
yeah,
but,
and making videos about 8 worker starts. Yeah, you know, everyone blames Pig for the patch, but like Artosis made the video that put the 8 worker start into his head. A lot of people don't have like the history. Although people have been talking about worker starts for a very long time in StarCraft.
Yeah, I
so.
mean, I think what it really started from was an old Team Liquid editorial called "Mourning the Loss of the Sixth Pool."
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, okay, here we go. The air armies clashing each other, but now we got Marine support, and we're getting a lot of damage done here. I don't think those Vikings alone are going to be able to hold this for long.
No, they won't be. No, they are winning in the air, but with so many Marines and the base already taken out, not a great position for HurtnTime here.
Gotta have the splash damage ready. But yes, I love the Artosis did make a YouTube video after the PTR started. They're reversing StarCraft II's greatest mistake. Someone posted that on Reddit.
Yeah, I don't know about
and
greatest
then
mistake.
asked-
That's a
I'm
bit of a
thinking
stretch.
yeah, well, it's clickbaiting, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure even
Oh,
he
yeah.
will admit that. But someone posted a screenshot of that video with, and how many StarCraft II matches has Artosis played since then?
0. The thing I did watch that video, and what I loved most about the video is him crashing out over them quote making the game easier by giving like spellcasters auto attacks. Like, I'm convinced that if Artosis had his way, we would still manually be telling workers to go mine after creating them. Because, like, why are we making the game easier? Like,
Yeah, sure thing. And also, in his defense, I think he's got an editor who comes up with the actual video titles and clips.
Okay, that makes
Anyway,
sense,
but yes, I mean, we're talking about that stuff because, I mean, you look at the production tab, you can see how much HurtnTime is able to do at the moment. Like last game, a Terran can turtle and hold out for quite a while, but also like last game, he's running out of minerals more and more.
Yeah. Sunny D even leaving these tanks here, probably intentionally at this point, just to deny mining on this base.
Yeah, I saw him do that last game. There were a couple siege tanks he just left at a potential expansion.
Yeah.
And, yep, I mean, I'd say one would probably be enough. The thing you really, or even, honestly, anything that just kills one SCV. Tell you the truth,
Yeah.
I'd most favor just leaving a Widow Mine at a potential expansion.
Yeah, that could
tends
work,
to get
especially
the
if
job
it
done.
blocks the base. This also just makes it harder for HurtnTime to even move his tanks forward, though. I mean, he
Yeah.
totally can with his Vikings, but he just hasn't
Exactly.
been very active with his units.
Because this
A
is
few of
also
these-
a potential exit route that he
Yeah,
has
yeah.
blockaded.
Yeah. And slowly but surely, Sunny D will be encroaching forward with his units, just tightening his holds continuously. A bit like a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match.
Oh boy. With a lot of time with their legs wrapped around each other, I'm sure.
Yes.
But yes, sometimes, if you've got... The deal is, whether it's war games, fighting games, actual fighting, if you're in a position where there's nothing your opponent can really do, you don't have to take any risks. You can just wait for them to have to make the next move. And
Yeah,
then
exactly.
already be prepared to counter it.
Yeah. You just sit back, chill, strengthen your defenses. Just wait for them to come to you.
Yeah, this might not reach the 25-minute mark. We will see. But yeah, Sunny D, the entire, you divide the map diagonally. He's got half of it up just about now. And yeah, making then a bunch of more command centers. Yep, he is going to be making more orbitals and just muling to his heart's content. But yeah, as far as the jiu-jitsu style, I found it really fascinating. Some of the ideas of, don't care if your opponent's on top of you if they can't actually get any decent offensive moves off. All they can do is tire themselves out.
Yeah.
And then that's where you wrap your arm around their neck or clinch their arm.
Yeah. I actually like this move from Sunny D, even though the micro wasn't perfect versus the tanks, like with the tank splits. He traded just a clump of very damaged Marines just to break the tank line a little bit, and this is not a trade that HurtnTime can afford.
Yeah. I mean, this time around, a little bit opposite of last game again, HurtnTime with a whole lot of minerals and very, very little gas. And
Yeah.
he hasn't really transitioned into Bayou either. I don't think he has a single barracks right now. He's just got two factories, 2 starports. So there's not a lot to spend those minerals on.
Oh yeah, no, I just looked at the minerals right there.
GG. You should have looked sooner.
Yeah.
Alright, so that ties things up. So game
Yeah.
2 Angry Spacers 2. Alright, welcome back. 2 classic grueling Terran versus Terran matches.
Man, that was hard.
The second game was easy for you. The first game, I thought I had it. I totally blew it. I
did
fell
too.
apart.
I think my upgrades just kind of rolled over you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of gas issues ever since the.
Oh, okay, we don't need to
patch
hear about your
changes.
gas issues.
Not that kind of gas. Like
You see what I did?
like my build
Okay,
is
yeah.
like not. I don't know. Like my build hasn't like been updated for. I don't know. I just feel like I'm always gas starved. Like when I play.
Well,
that.
the gas running out a little bit more quickly now.
Yeah.
That
was a very solid first game.
Yeah,
that-
absolutely.
So HurtnTime, I think your aggression in the first game was super strong. The macro behind it, I think, probably fell behind a little bit as you were really taking command of the map. But yeah, you really had him going there. If you just kept your upgrades going and maybe just sieged up at a couple moments, you would have traded pretty favorably with his army.
that command center at the third that never got completed until after the aggression was already over. So just one of those things where there's only so many things you can pay attention to at once, and yeah, just there was a little bit lacking back in your own side of the map. Other than
Yeah,
that, I
for
mean,
sure.
Yeah, but
I
Sunny
had,
D.
I had a pathing issue too. Like when
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going to like, I don't know, northeast, he was expanding over there, and like I sent my troops back home, and they like pathed under all his tanks. Like and
Yep.
just got.
I saw that.
Wow.
Pathing.
There
Yeah.
there were also some Marines that were supposed to get into the medevacs and instead just followed them. And I was saying one thing you haven't taken advantage of yet is that load all nearby units steal. But no, there were just HurtnTime very well
Ah.
played. There were some little things that just got in the way. Another thing in the first map, there was that command center that didn't transform into an orbital because the SCVs hadn't been unloaded yet. So just I mean, honestly, mistakes that I see some pretty top players make too, but
Yeah, like I don't even know how I loaded my command center. Like I noticed that like I go back, it's like, why aren't I upgrading this thing to a planetary? And then I realized I have like 4 CVs in there. I'm like, what?
I think it's the O key that just loads nearby SCVs. I've done that by accident before. I don't know how because my fingers are rarely near the O key.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Rust was showing, but his macro just kind of took over in both games. Actually, it's like I just couldn't keep up.
Yeah, excellent upgrades, excellent contains.
Yeah, no, like speaking of contains, in that second game, you went right for it, Sunny D. That was a pretty good move, taking the low ground expansion before HurtnTime could really do that, especially with the interference matrix. I mean, that move didn't kill him, but it set yourself up pretty well to contain him further in the later stages. Yeah, very well played.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All
GGs.
right. All right, until next time. Now we are going to be moving into our third and final map of the night.
Yeah,
Alright, thank you, guys.
Yeah, good.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
players.
See ya.
Thank you.
Let's pull up the scoreboard
BeanTheBard
real
versus
quick.
Pacha.
Oh wait, hold on, that's the wrong button.
No, not that button.
There we go. All right.
It's classic.
Yeah, so you are correct. It is BeanTheBard versus Pacha next on Dynasty and Lightshade.
So Pacha's gonna be playing again. All right. Yeah, tricky time of year. There are a lot of people vacationing right now. Welcome back, Pacha, and welcome here, BeanTheBard.
Yeah, let's get Bean on screen and Pacha on screen. There we go. Welcome, players. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hello, hello.
Doing all right.
How are you doing compared to how you were doing before, Pacha?
Older and wiser.
All right, that's what it's all about.
Check the replays. Did a little bit of studying. All right, cool. And how are you doing?
Walked him through a proxy marine build. Right after.
Oh, cranky. Oh, he's gonna be lethal. He's gonna be lethal. All right, players. How are you guys feeling about this match? About ZVT, TVZ?
Yeah, I think we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, fair enough.
I know, Bean, you've been doing an okay amount of grinding. You've been playing like here or there, right?
Yeah, I've done like a medium amount, I would say.
Oh, cool,
Recently.
cool. You just hit Diamond 3, right? That was a new milestone for you?
It was.
Right on stream, right? Yeah.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
time.
I remember
Thanks, Patch.
I was very happy when I reached Diamond 1 on stream. I think it was the first time I did that too.
The first time I reached Diamond was early on in Legacy of the Void, where you could still play on the Heart of the Swarm and Wings of Liberty ladders, but there were so few people there that, being somewhere in the middle was more like Diamond than Gold. And I actually had a number of times where people called me a Smurf because my highest achieved rank was showing as Diamond, even though it was in Wings of Liberty after Legacy of the Void came out. So there's my tale of woe.
Oh, I get called a Smurf all the time because my
Oh, yeah.
highest achieved rank is Masters because of the bug.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, it's surprising that people still don't know that thing exists.
Yeah.
Or
I just get-
they
I-
forget.
I just get called a Smurf because I go on like 200 MMR loss benders, and then people think I'm like way better than I am.
You know, I want someone. I'd give anything for someone to call me a snork.
Snork?
You know,
Yeah, because they just
to
like
go
hit the
back-
wrong thing on their keyboard.
Well, you know, I mean, the Snorks, for those who don't know, were classic Smurfs ripoff, except they lived underwater instead of in mushrooms or whatever. But yeah, it's time for someone to call me something different, even if they mean the same thing as before.
I did not know. I did not know that they called them that.
They don't,
That-
but they should.
They should.
That's
I
what
do
I'm
agree.
saying.
All right, players. Well, anything to say to each other before we separate you out?
No, good luck. Have fun.
All right, very mannered.
All
Very
right.
mannered.
May the Snorks be with you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're going to be starting on Dynasty.
Yes, we are. Let's make sure that I actually get the names of the players set up.
All right, great. Yeah, I still remember BeanTheBard's intro because it has a bunch of musical notes in the background, and it took me like 3 times before I'm like, oh, because she's a bard.
That I did not make that connection. Hypertoilet, you're so smart.
I oftentimes get there eventually. That's what I specialize in.
All right, let's get the SC2 on the screen too.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
Okay, because in the lower left, we have the red Terrangians.
I lied, I wasn't ready. I need to type in their names in one extra area. And he is.
Pacha.
Yeah, and also you're gonna have to reverse again.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yep, you are right. There you go.
Control X. Yep. So yeah, we already know who he is, but he did you know that he plays for the team of?
Angry Space Hares.
All right. In the upper right, we have the blue Zerg, and her name is
BeanTheBard.
that's her name and her class. All right, and playing for
PSIOP.
It looked like Bean was thinking very hard on camera there for a second.
and stretching her arms too. I noticed that. You know, just warming up. So, like the last map, this one has a pocket. Unlike the last map, the pocket in this map has gold minerals and only 1 gas, but you know, not as
Yeah.
disadvantageous. It is very vulnerable to attacking from the other side, or you can even expand to the other side and also get the benefit of rich Vespin.
Yeah, Bean's not taking the bait though. She's taking the normal expansion and then maybe taking the gold in the future. Yeah, I think that saving this gold for later makes a lot of sense, as they're just because of like what you said, it's just so easily shut down by range units.
Oh, 1 siege tank or 1 liberator.
Yeah, even in ZVZ, like taking this space is a huge liability.
Well, the roaches are going to come sooner or later, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I've actually had some times this map. Now I'm talking about the previous, you know, back when this was in the map pool. But yeah, I had some times where I'm like, okay, forget that. I'm just going to take it from the other side, and you know, get the benefits of that rich gas and have it be a little bit easier to defend my workers. But of course, that's also going to be kind of a late match thing.
Yeah, so both of our Zerg players tonight favoring pool first, even in ZBT, which I found
Well-
interesting. I think, at least on my side, I think going hatch first in ZBT was perfectly doable. I'm wondering if like maybe the meta is like shifting in their area of the ladder, or maybe I just haven't been playing enough games. I don't know.
Also, the area of the ladder doesn't always match the pro games either, and then
Yeah.
I mean, usually it starts to mimic it pretty quickly whenever they see something on there, but the ladder stuff tends to come first. I can understand why you'd want an earlier pool. There's a lot they can do against that natural.
Did they
Okay, here we
did they
go.
nerf the Reaper build time? Oh yeah, 4 lings right in the natural here, going right for the building bunker.
Uh-huh. And we do have a full wall there, so...
Mhm. So this is just going to be a temporary setback. Pacha will be able to
yeah,
take
in
his
the
natural
words of,
later.
Oh man, what is that Warcraft character? There's so much I keep having to look up today.
Yeah. Pretty early lair started for Bean as well, and no third base. I'm starting to wonder if this could be Muta on the way. We'll know if she starts taking gases 3 and 4 pretty soon. But in the meantime, just denying the landing of the expansion for Pacha. Actually, kind of similar to what Lanix was doing in the other game, no?
Well, similar. I wanted to add that as far as like nerfing the Reaper build time, a lot of that just had to do with, you know, the economy and how quickly you get off the map. A lot like nerfing the Overlord speed a tiny bit.
Yeah.
So it's just the math of when you can start interfering with your opponent's economy, you know, before they can get up to 12 workers.
Same logic with the Adept build time nerf as well. It's like those first units were just arriving a little too early for Zerg to deal with.
And that stuff's a little all over the place too with the warp gate upgrades, but we are going straight into Spire here, along with the Roach Warren.
Straight to Aspire, but not a lot of gases being taken. So the amount of Mutalisk is going to be super capped, I think. I do like that the third base is on the way for Bean, though. So this is definitely not like a
I'm
all
still a
in by
little
any
bit
means.
confused about when you're supposed to take your third in the current patch.
I mean, it depends what you're going for.
Yeah, it depends what you're going for. You definitely want to have all the minerals in your first 2 bases saturated. I don't think that's changed. But yeah, as far as gas goes, I think, you know, he's going to have to, or she's going to have to choose between Roaches and Mutalisks. And with the upgrade that's being researched right now, I've got to assume it's going to be Roaches. Yeah, Roaches first.
Cranky in the chat saying the 32 to 34 change for the Reaper is really bad. Even the pros say it's unnecessary. I do agree it's unnecessary. It just felt like there was like 2 seconds more between like when the Lings were out and the Queen's out. That you just had to micro your workers just to make sure that they didn't die. It was just more to do in like those few seconds of the game. But like, yeah, honestly, like I don't know. A lot of changes in this match feel a little bit unnecessary, but it's not enough to get me to stop playing StarCraft.
Well, I mean, the economic changes, there are differing opinions on whether that was necessary or beneficial. But then there definitely are other changes that are specifically to try to smooth out the edges of the economy and the warp gate changes. Whether those are necessary, I am not one to say. I just try to roll with it. And if I'm not doing well with one race, I just try to work towards one of the achievements of the others.
Yeah, you're a random player, actually. So yeah, like if one race is bad, you just patch to the other race.
I'm not always random. I mean, I'm an achievement hunter. Right now, Zerg is closest to the next achievement. So, alright, here come the Mutalisk too. But yeah, I've got about 102 wins before I unlock the next portrait. And I've been doing pretty well with Zerg, and everyone seems to be complaining about Zerg right now, giving me a psychological edge too.
That's
so,
fair, yeah.
That's what I've been focusing on at the moment. And
your opponents are pre-tilted.
Exactly. Even the Zerg players. There are so many Zerg players who are just sick of ZVC, and they post that at the beginning and then leave the game. All right, here come the Mutas. We're going to see what they can get done. It's it's more of a mech build, so I don't know if there's going to be as much that shoots up here.
Yep, and speaking of mech units, those mech units are on the way. We'll see how Pacha decides to react to this.
Well,
the workers are already going down.
Maybe just back and forth. He's got one Cyclone, but the Hellions aren't going to do any good here.
Yeah. A lot of Overlords in production for Bean. I assume she's going to make a lot of Roaches behind this.
That's what you do.
21 workers going down. Great damage for just a handful of...
I mean, you've got some Cyclones here, but those Hellions...
Yeah.
There's only so much they can do against Roach Queen.
Yeah, moving forward there into that wall actually helped to Bean out a little bit too, just because of like the time spent moving and also giving more of the Roaches the chance to attack. This wall is really working against Bean here.
Yeah, exactly. And one good thing, this attack did draw the Mutalisks back.
Yeah. No, I actually do love that she brought these Mutalisks back here. It just gives her a much easier cleanup on this, and she didn't lose very much even sending them in. She kills a bunch of workers and just comes back, cleans up the army. Great counterattack and counterattack behavior from Bean here.
121 supply to 68. Yeah. Cyclones are nice. I mean, I don't expect a lot more Mutalisks coming out. I'm assuming it's going to mostly be Roaches since those are what fits better in this matchup, and those are what she's already got upgrades going for. Almost done with +1 Carapace and adding Hydralisk as well.
Yeah, she's doubling an army supply right now, and a lot in worker supply as well.
Mutalisks, the lovely thing with them, even if they're not doing damage, they're a great way to just keep your opponent busy on their own side of the map. At this point, I'm a little surprised that Bean hasn't taken the gold yet. But, I mean, it's where the creeps going the other way, and I don't think she's in necessarily a difficult position right now.
Oh, she forgot Roach Speed.
Oh yeah, I've been guilty of that many times.
Now there's only like 3 Cyclones here, so she can honestly kind of ignore them and just go straight into the natural.
Well, looks like she wants to approach the army instead. You know, nice conclave, but again, Flame only does so much against roaches.
Yeah. Not forgetting her range upgrades, so she's transitioning pretty well into the later stages here. Adding on a bunch more hiders for the DPS. A few infestors would be really great. Yep, true.
You know, it's just you know, when you got a glass cannon unit like that, there's nothing more beautiful than a whole lot of roaches in front of them soaking up damage and adding a little of their own.
Roach speed in production for Bean here, so she realizes why her roaches have been a little bit lagging behind the rest of her army.
Yeah.
Bean's just gotten so much value out of these Mutalisks.
Yes, indeed. I mean, those without the upgrade to roach speed, the Mutalisks have been the real mobility here. Alright, here we go, going after the expansion. Probably gonna get a cancel on it, I think.
I think so, yeah.
Where the armies are.
There's the cancel right there. Bean knocking down the rocks, of forming another attack path, a shorter attack path right into Pacha's natural. But she may lose the 3rd base for this. Bean has to evac the workers here. And I think she's decided that she has had enough. Like, she just wants to go across the map and win the game right now.
And that's what you do with Roach Hydra. You know, you get to a point where you just march them ahead. As long as you know the trades are going to be favorable, and you can keep replacing them. And I mean, meanwhile, we got Lurker Den behind them, so and just forcing the Hellions and Cyclones to come to her army. High ground isn't too shabby either.
Yeah, it's a pretty formidable army here for Bean. Pacha's really going to have to kite back with the Cyclones for a while. But she already split a bunch of units into the natural, so no matter what, she's going to get damage here.
If Pacha's, kiting back, that just leaves a bunch of other units to just do damage. The Orbital and the SCVs, and now just to go straight into the base. And Roaches, no matter what, they take a bit of time to kill, and if you can just keep marching them ahead, stutter stepping, you're guaranteed to do damage as they move along.
Yeah. Slumber Puff saying he wouldn't mind catching Antoine Q in the set. Oh, we got a GG.
Alright, and there we go. That means another point for PSIOP Gaming. 3-2 now.
Correct. Let me update that header as well.
Final map for the night is going to be on Lightshade. We got a bunch more tomorrow morning. That's where we'll be picking up on this series more.
Yeah. Let's get that next map loaded. And yeah, so Antoine Q. Slumberpuff saying he wouldn't mind catching Antoine Q in the set. So yeah, I think Antoine's actually on Hold the Boys. So you'll have to catch them in the finals because they're not playing again until the finals because they did so well.
They did too well.
Yeah.
Also, I also believe Antoine Q is in France, so it's going to be pretty late over on that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would be surprised if he was still awake at this point.
Oh, I don't know. He might be watching right now.
I would think he's partying.
Okay. Hey,
if he was still awake.
Is that... Yeah, it's like I'm not keeping track of the World Cup. I am keeping track of a lot of people's reactions to the World Cup. And
yeah, France is still in it, right?
I told you, I'm not keeping track of this.
Alright, that's fair.
I'm keeping track of what various podcasters are like throwing in as asides. They're leading into the actual stuff they're supposed to be talking about.
I'm not a big soccer person, not really a big sports person in general. Definitely prefer watching my StarCraft and stuff like that. But
I hear ya.
but yeah,
No, but
like
I do love British podcasters when they throw that stuff in. It's like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
we're doing very well this year in football, or soccer as you Yanks call it.
All right.
All right. In the upper left, we have the blue Zerg. She is
BeanTheBard.
and playing for the team of
PSIOP.
and her opponent, the Red Terran. He is called
Pacha.
and he is attempting to tie it up again for the team of
Angry Space Hares.
in Brood War. I think it was one of those.
Do you say
Yeah,
something?
I think it should start with a P on her team name, but yeah, I guess we'll work on that in the future. All right, well then, we saw this before from Pacha, except this looks okay. Nope, there are
Oh,
two
I see
LCDs
the
coming
problem.
up.
I see the problem here. I'm fixing it right
Yep.
now.
All right, but yeah, there's actually a Brood War. Back when they did map of the month or map of the week, whatever. There was actually like a StarCraft soccer thing. And there was basically the way they handled it was you're using Mutalisks on both sides to try to get this. The Zealot plays the role of the ball, but the Zealot has like 50 times its normal health.
Yeah.
So it's almost unkillable, and you're using opposing Mutalisks to try to set it running the opposite way into your opponent's goal. Very
Yeah.
weird.
So World Cup and commentary aside, Bean just scouted this 3 racks.
Very fortunate. She knows what's coming.
She
And,
started pool first. I think this is going to
Yep.
be a build or loss.
Well, yeah, very similar to the last time we tried. Except we mentioned that Cranky Toaster had been doing some coaching. We
All
are
right.
going with the almighty 4 racks.
Yeah, and even getting that supply depot right at the front there. Yep, Overlord just goes straight back to the pillar. 2 spine crawlers go down right away on the high ground. That'll be transitioned down to the low
Which
ground.
Cranky Toaster is also taking credit for. And hey,
Mhm.
why not? Is the supply depot there just in case, just to limit the Zerglin surface area, or is it just more convenient with the?
No, you just need a
SCVs you
supply.
have there?
You just need a supply depot, and yeah, like
And you might as well make you.
Yeah, with
you
the
might as
worker
well
that's
use
not
an SCV
mining.
that isn't mining.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see where he doesn't have. Yeah, he's getting the SCV there.
Yeah.
I said before, I think it would be more. I think it would be more effective to put the bunker kind of in between, like right at the ramp, the top of the ramp, so there aren't things you can that can be transferred between bases to reinforce or to mine.
Good worker micro here from Bean. She pulled a worker back that was being shot by a few Marines, but she's making so much larva that she's not using right now. Okay, 6 worker lings in
This is
production
a pretty
right now.
big distraction, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, and Pacha just sending the Marines to wherever the spine crawlers aren't at the moment.
Yeah.
Those SCVs are kind of sitting idle. I'd like to see them start work on a bunker. Looks like the money is just getting saved up now.
So I think once Bean has enough lings to deal with the Marines that are in her base, these 2 spine crawlers move forward and just defend the ramp.
Right.
Then beyond that, like, you just need to wait for speed to finish, maybe get a Baneling nest if they take out your natural. Oh yeah, a few more lings at the bottom there too, trading with the Marines.
And that's why I think a bunker right at the top of the round
Yeah.
would really be more the icing on the cake here. Just limiting the movement of Zerglings and drones between the 2 bases.
Oh my god, there's 14 lings in production. The inject just
Yeah,
finished, and speed just finished.
He needs to start rallying these guys together. He can't just keep attacking 4 at a time.
Yeah.
And
we got-
GG. All right, PSIOP Gaming is in the lead 4-2 against All right.
Jeez.
Yep. It's two heavy, hard-hitting matches. I think the first one was just a bit more of a build order win. I don't think the mech units did very well against the Roaches or the Mutalisks. And second one, you know, I see you went ahead and tried out the 4 racks. I think with that and the time you used 3 racks, I would have really liked to see the bunker right at the top of the ramp, so you could have really limited the movement of drones and Zerglings.
Yeah, good job scouting that, actually, with the
Yeah.
Overlord. Yeah, I think that really helped. Otherwise,
You
probably
said
wouldn't
you
have gotten this
wouldn't do it.
All's fair in love and StarCraft.
I said he
What can I
could do
say?
it.
But well played, well
So-
played.
Yeah, well, we know whose word he took in the end, and we are with PSIOP Gaming at 4 and Angry Space Hares at 2. We'll be picking this up tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm a very proud team captain right now, guys. I'm gonna disagree a little bit with Hyper Turtle about the build order loss in the first game. I think Pacha could have potentially played that style. Maybe just like parked a few tanks behind his depot walls, because that would have pretty much dissuaded the Roaches from really doing much at the natural there.
That's kind of more what I mean. That the Hellions, there were no tanks in production. The Hellions and Cyclones weren't enough at that time.
Yeah, like maybe a little bit heavier on the Cyclones too, and not the Hellions versus that particular composition. But I think, I guess like maybe the Mutas just like kind of caught you by surprise at the beginning, unfortunately.
Those Mutas got a lot of kills, I'm afraid.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I should have left one Cyclone at home, maybe. Something like that.
Yeah, but like you could play that style, like the battle mech style, and just dance like on the edge of creep, just forcing the Zerg to engage into you. And if they try to move to the other side of the map, you just keep kiting them all the time. Like Zerg can't do that much versus that until they get like 1 speed Roaches and infestors. But yeah, like you should have like the Cyclones and stuff like that, like enough of them, I suppose. But yeah, well played by both of you guys. Yeah, GG's.
Well played.
Yeah, enjoy. And we will be picking up where we left off tomorrow morning. That will be at noon Eastern time, right?
It will be, yes. Yeah. Best of luck to Angry Space Hares. Hoping it's a close series for the sake of the viewers. And yeah, thank you, players. Any other commentary about those last few matches?
No, I just
Sunny. Sunny D says show match. Bean and I. Oh, he thinks. You got some words for Sunny?
I'm not. We'll say Sunny's way better than me.
Yeah.
You made it.
Also, if I'm going to cast again tomorrow morning, I'm going to have to give my daughter a little bit of attention this evening. So
yeah, we can do it at
It's
fight
nice
night if
stuff,
you want,
though.
Sunny.
And she's she's working her way up. What I wanted to add was that jumping between the 3 races is a lot easier once I also stopped jumping around between versus, co-op, and campaign for achievements. So just a little word about what I'm up to these days. So all right, take care, everyone. Good games.
Yeah, GG's, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
It's about time.
We are taking it up a notch.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yep.
They got you. So
It's up. Each team has 1 point. Oh, must fly.
10 workers go down.
Mine on the dash. I like the idea. That is a very saturated mineral line. Oh, but it hits the overlord.
Yes, I've been practicing with those for the last week.
He's got his medication on hand. Oh, but he gets surrounded.
Oh, and he question marks him.
Oh.
DM's his friend. I like it. It's always fun when you play your friend.
Does he have another blink? Very very nice. Bruce does have enough to really take on this army. He just needs to blink on top of it. Finish off those cyclones.
Looks like it's mostly defensive looking. Oh, there
Yep,
we go.
there we
There
go.
we go.
There's the time. Got in the way of this. Very nice storm. Kills it.
It's gonna be it. GG. Oh,
Yeah, going straight for the workers. Huge economic damage. 24 workers going down.
Oh no, that's a bad storm. That he walked through all the Protoss units got stormed there. Very few of the
Because they are going to be taking on the two-time world champion Sarah. He has come in with guns ablaze. That is currently 30 units. We have the GG. Oh boy.
Pull it up!
Minnesota Barcraft, FSL team, manages to get a 2v.
A very good try overall.
These didn't work. You know? Oh, you're not.
To a 2-0 victory over GG Izzy. GG's call.
7, 10, multiply there. We have the GG. Alright,
Great
boy.
game.